If you've been looking for an e-learning authoring tool that doesn't make your head spin, you're in the right place. Hello everyone, welcome to Soma Experiences. My name is Irene Sedede, and today we're going to be taking a deep dive into iSpring Suite. We're going to talk about first impressions, see how iSpring looks when you open it, how to get started fast with templates, and how to make your courses look like a pro designed them. So without further ado, let's jump right in. If you're new to iSpring, don't worry, I'm going to give you a quick overview. So the iSpring Suite is a learning authoring tool that lets you build online courses, quizzes, role-play simulations, and much more. And here's the kicker. It works together with PowerPoint. That's right. If you already use PowerPoint to develop learning content, then you're probably going to enjoy using iSpring. And that's because there's no need for you to learn a new interface from scratch. If you ask me, that's a huge win. If you haven't been able to download iSpring Suite yet, I do have a link below that you can click on and make sure you download that tool. So let's get into opening iSpring for the first time. When you open PowerPoint with iSpring installed, you'll notice the iSpring Suite tab at the top. What you need to do is select it, and then you'll see all the features that are available for you. This includes things like Publish, Quiz Maker, slide templates, and much more. And in this particular video, we're going to focus on getting started. And you have two main options. Option 1 is to start from a blank PowerPoint and build your course from scratch. And then there's option 2 where you use one of iSpring's built-in templates from the content library. All right, so let's get into exploring the content library. So to access the content library, you want to go to the content library section that's showing in the iSpring Suite tab. This will open up a massive library of pre-built slides, templates, characters, backgrounds, icons, and so much more. I didn't actually count, but I believe I saw on their website that there's about 90,000 assets available. That is mind-blowing. And these are also professionally designed. So when you're using your templates and images, you're using stuff that's already been designed in a way that's automatically professional, which ends up making you look good and makes you look like a pro when you're building using iSpring. So in slide templates, you can filter by template type, theme, and also slide type. If you want a corporate look, there's actually a template for that. And if you're going for something more casual, they have that too. So you have plenty of options. You also have the ability to switch from light to dark mode, which I personally like because the colors when it's in dark mode pop so much more due to the contrast. And then another thing that you can do is that you can use the filters to pick if you only want to see openings, sections, closings, and much more as you see on this side. All right, so once you've picked a template that you like and that matches your vibe, you'd select insert and iSpring drops it right into your PowerPoint slide. You can then edit the text, swap images, change colors, and basically just make it your own. And what I really like about iSpring Suite is that they offer so many variations with their templates and different design options as well. And this is good because you're not just creating a pretty course, you're actually being intentional with how you're creating your course in order to meet the needs of your learner. And another great thing that I love about the platform is that they have some quick customization abilities. So let's say, for instance, you want to make sure that your course matches a specific theme or brand. You can select a color theme in the customization player found in the presentation tab. If you want to swap out the text, you would simply do that within the slide or the template. And you can also change the images or characters, and you can also change the background. So one thing that really makes iSpring stand out is its library of illustrated characters and backgrounds. What you get is a selection of thousands of characters, images, people in different poses, outfits, and settings. When you take a look at it deeper, you'll see that there are office workers, healthcare professionals, teachers, and much more. And I find it so interesting that this platform, with the character selection that they have, they look very human. And I think this is a good thing because not only does it make the course look more realistic, but it also makes your course a little more relatable, because when your learners are looking at your course and they're seeing these characters that look realistic, they can kind of put themselves in the shoes of that character, or the character can invoke some kind of emotion or motivation out of the learner. So to use them, what you would do is add them onto a slide, and you're able to resize them, Maybe you can change your expression here and there. And then suddenly, once you play around with it, your slide tells a specific story. And the same thing goes for backgrounds. iSpring has illustrated or realistic location images such as offices, hospitals, classroom, retail stores, and much more. And something that I thought was really cool is that they have 3D images as well. So what you do is that you basically drop a character in front of a background and you've got a mini scene that sets the context for what your training is about. So something that you want to make sure that you do not overlook while you're building your slides as well as your course in iSpring is slide properties. And this is where you can make specific changes to your slides. To open slide properties, what you do is you'd select any slide in your deck, go to the iSpring tab, and then you'd click the slide properties feature under presentation. What will happen is that a window will pop up, and this is basically your control center for that individual slide. Now let's walk through everything that you can do here. So something that you can do is that you can easily edit a slide title right next to the slide here. And then on the top left, you can hide a slide or you can hide multiple slides. There's also the availability for you to organize slides into a hierarchy using the promote and demote button. You can also use the advanced slide category to adjust the slide duration. And then under navigation, you can lock the player navigation controls or you can set the slides into branching. Right here, you can assign presenters to slides, selecting player layout, and even manage playlists to add background music. The other thing that you can do is that you can also add a content item to a slide by clicking the plus icon in the object column. And now that we've built and customized our slide, let's preview it to see what it looks like. To do so, you'd go to publish and then you'd select preview. After you select that, what you want to do is press play. And there you have it. All right, so now you know some of the features that iSpring Suites offers. In the next video in this series, we're going to go into something that's going to be really amazing. And just to give you a quick highlight, some of the things that we're going to cover is going to be text-to-speech, audio, as well as video narration. If you found this video helpful, make sure to like, comment, share, and subscribe. Again, my name is Irene Sedede. Thank you for tuning in, and I'll see you in the next one.